If you want to win more insurance clients, you have to learn how to talk to them in terms of their dream scenario for insurance, not about what you think is important. And what customers want is they want the best deal. They don't want to put any work into the process, and they want this strategy to happen every year. I'm going to show you how to talk about those things in a way that'll help you win deals. I've built a $1 million book of business at this point, learning how to do this, and I'm going to share it with you in this video. Let's get into it. I had a conversion in my career, and I couldn't tell you exactly when it happened, but I came to the realization that it did not matter what I thought was important in the insurance product and the insurance process. All that mattered was what my customers thought. And there's a story that happened in my life to help make this real. See, I was buying a house once with my wife, and we were standing in a living room with the real estate agent. We're looking around, and I looked at her and I asked, "Well, what do you think about this place? And what do you think about this neighborhood?" And she paused and she said, "Here's the thing, Daryl. I used to answer those kinds of questions. And what I learned a long time ago is that I was projecting my values on my customers. And it's not important what I want. All that's important is what you want. And so that's your decision that you have to come to." And when I really thought about that and process from the insurance process is for a long time, I was projecting onto my customers that what they would want would be the cheapest product and the best coverages. And they would want someone that was really masterful with the details and could explain every single line item. But that's not really what a lot of people want. What people want is to feel like they're getting the best deal. And we're going to talk about what that means, to not have to put any work into it, and to have a process that happens automatically. So let's get into those three things. What is the best deal? See, the best deal is incredibly subjective. One customer may value the ethos of an organization. They may not want to work with Chubb because Chubb advocates for DEI and green initiatives. And they may want out of that, even if Chubb's product is priced better with better coverage. Another customer might say, we don't care. And another customer say, no, it's really important to us that they have those types of forward thinking projects. But those three people all had three very different value statements. But what all three of them would want is to understand the different options, the price points, the coverages that were being offered, and the ethos of those different companies so that they can make the decision themselves. See, that's where, as a broker, sometimes if we push too hard and say, well, this company is the number one leader in this marketplace and they do this, this, and this, we're missing the boat about what the customer actually wants in that situation. And what they want is to be educated and to make the choice themselves. Now, with that said, going to point two, they don't want to have to spend dozens of hours trying to figure out what they need to buy and where to buy it. And this is where a lot of people get stuck is you and I as insurance professionals know exactly how hard and complicated this product is and how much time we spend studying it. Imagine if you were an amateur. It's kind of like if you and I are trying to pick stocks in the stock market. How much time do we have in our free time to go read financial reports and learn what the CEO thinks and the direction of the company? Not a whole lot of time. It's really hard. It's the same deal in insurance. If somebody's going to have to learn what general liability insurance is and professional liability and abuse and molestation and the difference in coverage forms between these five companies and who has the most appetite for this one company, people just get lost. They don't want to put in that much work, but they do want to feel like they're getting the best deal. And they feel like the only way to get the best deal is to understand all these details because they don't necessarily trust the process. But what they really would prefer is to tap someone on the shoulder and say, hey, what do I need? Have that person tell them, this is what you need. This is where to get it. This is how we go get it. Do you want me to do that? Yes, that would be great. Okay, I'll come back with some options so that they can then, going back to point one, get the best deal because they're going to be able to look at the best options, make a decision for them based on the offers, based on their own value system. And as a broker, we become a conduit for that by educating them and by bringing those offers to the table. And the third thing that's a part of a dream scenario is people want this to happen automatically. See, see, I'm going to tell a story here from a cold call where I called a home health agency and I got a woman on the phone and she said, for a long time, our business didn't go out and get quotes. And then I called around 3 years ago and I got quotes and I was able to get her costs down 30%. And can I tell you something, Daryl? I think brokers are lazy. And she's not wrong. I mean, how many brokers are out there that they are not going to go out and create competition in the marketplace unless they feel like they might lose the deal because another broker is doing it? This drives customers crazy. Like, how can you be sure you're getting the best deal if you don't trust that your broker is running some type of plan to navigate the marketplace to continually bring the right offers to the table to create competition? Is it any wonder why people don't trust insurance brokers? This would drive people crazy. So, what the customer really wants is to be able to make decisions. They want to not have to put a lot of work into it because they're trying to run a business and buying insurance generates no revenue. And they want that process to happen automatically so that they can feel like this cycle is constantly happening. And see, what most brokers don't do is they don't explain to people how to get those three things. They get stuck on talking about the minutia of insurance products and saying this company's better than this company, when you may be wrong. You may be totally wrong. That may not be what the customer wants at all. But we get stuck projecting our value systems on other people because we think we know better. It's a little bit arrogant, actually, and people just don't like it. What they want is to be able to make the decision themselves based on transparency and information with limited work, and they want it to happen without having to prod someone. And if you can position yourself as the broker that's going to facilitate that, people are going to love it and they're going to want to buy from you. And then they're going to bring their friends and they're going to want to buy from you too because you'll be the person that can be trusted. All right. If that was helpful, please hit like and subscribe. It helps other people like you find the content. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments. I answer everything. I look at everything, or you can look me up on LinkedIn. You can find me there too. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and please go build something great.